We need to get back to regain our presence in the streets. We backed away from that, trying to get people elected. We should have done both. Well, we backed off and they regained the streets. This time around, as we go back out, that's what I do. I'm a liaison, but that's what my organization does. If I remember correctly from my first life in Cuba, from where I hail, this time around it's not going to be that easy. There's going to be beatings, there's going to be arrests. So my question to you is, in you helping these groups that are just trying to rally peacefully, you know, is there some kind of a bond fund that can be created? Because, you know, none of us are filthy rich, and what I see as a major problem, other than getting your head busted, is getting arrested and then having to post bond. And that's where a lot of the individuals are going to say, man, I can't do this, I can't afford it. It's bad enough that I have to be off work for 2 or 3 days while I'm arrested, but now I got to come up with this money. So again, if there's not, I would put that forth as some kind of a solution.
Because of our legal status, 501c3, posting bond for an individual in a criminal charge is kind of iffy. I'm not sure we can do that, but we can loan the money to the person, and then we can go out and do fundraising to raise the money to pay it back to us. And so that the people wouldn't be obligated. That's something we're looking into, the legality of that at this point, because we are trying to put it in a place. We have a case right now, a gun issue case in New Mexico that we're looking at, and that's why we're looking into that. So yeah, we will come to your rescue. You know, whether or not we can post them on, or it depends on our financial situation. But we can, and we can't do it in every case, but we can come and represent you, have local attorneys represent you. And this can be in state court, it doesn't have to be in federal court, okay? Because there are state constitutions out there too. So we can and will represent you. Again, that's the reason I want Camille to give me the list of everybody, because we're going to set up a separate folder in our computers, organizations that basically are affiliated with us and their leadership. So again, I know where you are and I know how to call on you. If I say, okay, this is something that's happened in your community, we're going to come in there, we're going to try to rectify it. Okay, you got some local attorney that can donate some time, and you got some people that can give us some help. So, all right.
Is the election, a general election, vote say for Obama to have a third term, does that supersede his 22nd Amendment?
No. They would have to amend the Constitution. And the amendment process is, it's not simple. It was not designed to be simple. The whole idea is that the Constitution, and that's why it's only been amended 17 times since the Bill of Rights was adopted. And what you have to do is 3/4 of the Congress has to, or 2/3 of the Congress has to, each house has to pass an amendment, proposed amendment, and then the legislatures, 3/4 of the states have to approve it. And that's the only way that they can get Obama a third term, unless of course Obama just declares him president for life.
Yeah.
Which, you know, he's certainly capable of that. He's got the ego to do it.
I have a question. I've noticed, nothing is ever moved from point A to point B unless it's sold first. And I see where the propaganda comes in, especially on television, the media. I just saw a commercial with everybody out of Hollywood that supports Obama against our gun rights did a promotion on, it's called Foundation 6, to help the veterans. And just like Wounded Warriors, if you look back at some of the funding they received, and they are not for the Second Amendment rights of the Wounded Warriors Foundation. And when you talk to several of the state reps and go to Austin, the way they do their legislation is, and make their policy changes is through something called like National Committee or Council of state legislators that do all the plans and programs. And then you see it comes out of their mouths from all the way down to the mayors, city councils, to our governor, this same stuff. And you know it's all the same sales program from non-NGOs, which comes down from the United Nations.
But they've been better organized than us doing that for years. I mean,
1970.
look at what they've done with the Boy Scouts of America.
Oh my gosh.
So my question is, what do we do to say, here's some papers right here. This is in every public facility where we pay taxes there in Fort Worth, our water company, our courts. This is called the Black Voice, La Vida News. Now, we have online conservative talk, host radio. We have Arlington Voice Opinion, which is great. But a lot of people do not have computers, but they put these things up right in your courthouse, which we pay taxes. And if you see there's something on Mark Vesey, how great he is, helping the kids. And then this one's on inaugural nonsense, the lady doubting Boehner, and it's just terrible.
Well, actually, I saw one like that this weekend in Canton, a little diner up there, except it's from our side. And it's printed right there in Wills Point, which I think only 3 people live in Wills Point. It's a very slick, about 12-page newspaper, and it's got a lot of advertising in it, and it's for free. And so, it's
I want to add something to that. The Garland one, basically, if you ever have an event, just FYI, usually, it's only government stuff that can be in the newspaper, okay? It's total tyranny to me. But if you happen to use an event that has a government facility, you can get your event in the newspaper sometimes. So that's one way you can get your organization in that citywide circulated newspaper in every single mailbox in your city. Another thing, is the money. Okay, I don't know where the money's coming from for that, but I'm sure I think it's probably on our cell phone bills. But I know for sure what's coming next is TV. If you've noticed, there's a lot of TV for your city coming up. Just to let you know, it's coming from the cable bill. Okay, there is our city of Garland is getting $1 million to super upgrade their TV production studio to give us more propaganda, that comes straight out of your cable bill. So it doesn't matter which cable it is, and I'm trying to research to find out how it's 1% ish. I know that's I think the average of your cable bill. It's a tax that actually the cable bill, like Warner or whoever it is, collects. Okay, and then they hold it and give it to your city. Now the city, this is total Agenda 21 thing. They've already have all these seeds in place. Now the city is only allowed to use that tax money for specifically TV production only. So it's made to build that up. And there's another tax somewhere to build up this print newspaper that every single city has.
It's like free cell phones.
Right. So we need to start, exposing that and refusing those taxes. Those taxes, this is, I'm just saying everything comes back. There's a tax, all those, I always looked at that cell phone tax and we're wondering what they're for. Yeah. Now you see what they're for? They're for this. Okay?
We need to do more taxpayer cities. We really do, because those give us an opening. I'm going to end at this point. I do have cards up here, my business cards at Justice Foundation. Please take those if you need more. I got more. And I've got cards that'll take you to my blog, because the blog is strictly on the Constitution. I try to post as often as I can. I'll probably be doing more of it. And you can take that. It also has a link on there to how to listen to my radio talk show. And these are the booklets that we put out. I wrote this, and the U.S. Justice Foundation puts it out. We ask for a $5 donation. It's the booklet on the Constitution to help us cover the cost of it and to help us subsidize, because we basically give a lot of these away to schools and this sort of thing.
What's in it? What's in the book?
Well, the booklet is basically, I take every article, every section of the Constitution as they were originally written, and then I put in my comments about what it really means. And for example, I've had people coming to me saying, 2 PhDs came to me and said, we did not know until we read your booklet that the phrase separation of church and state is not in the Constitution. Because they were taught in college that it was. And so But anyway, if you're interested in that, after the meeting's over, I'll still be around for a few minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.